I don't know what is going on. This car just keep coming at me. No, I didn't. I don't know what I want. No, not me. I see people coming around me back and forth. So they've been making a merry-go-round. And I was listening to WABC radio and the guy was saying better goes that way. You know. So they try to scare me from using this phone booth. You know. I was listening to the radio. They tried to scam me from using this phone booth. And this is abusive. You know, because sometimes I talk loud on the phone. And they send people to attack me. I expose those people, record videos here. So I guess they don't want the tenants here. There's some high-class people living here. They don't want them to sue the government that you're torturing this African. Some of these people living here, they bought their apartments for like multi-million dollars. You know, so this is why they're using the police to gentrify me. So Brooklyn Federal Court, they always bring the police to scare me. Because some of the people living here bought their apartment for multi-million dollars. And they don't want me to be around this neighborhood. Because they don't want the people living here to hear my story. The police took my home wrongfully in 2010. My basement apartment. Evicted me and my mother without a court order. Then killed my friend that was helping me. Then my house was set on fire where I put evidence, you know, for my lawsuit against the immigration department. Because when my mother brought me in 2000, the immigration arrested me, said children are not welcome. My mother had a green card. So they always try to scare me away from this neighborhood as a Nigerian. Cause this is like the rich neighborhood in America. So they always bring their police to scare me. So this is racial, this is apartheid, this is wrong. The fire ambulance has been coming around me. I was making around, you know. So the camera here recorded. But that's it again. It's been doing a merry-go-round. This is real scary. I don't know what they're looking for. I've been doing them. I'll come and park near me. And I think they're just trying to scare me. I think they removed the camera here. Oh, okay, the camera's there. But may not be able to view everything. You know. So, and I believe one of those white guys that always come near me, maybe an undercover FBI agent. Because anytime it comes around me, the police will show up also. You know, now today's the ambulance showing up. You know, so they say I go on Instagram. There's this woman there called Mindy, and she said the FBI sets up people that her own father used to be an FBI agent, allegedly or something like that. Her name is Mindy, Mindy. It has some other alphabets to her name, but all I remember is the first few letters, called Mindy. And she said, you know, she's also been arrested for selling drugs allegedly. You know, she said the FBI framed her up also, and her own father used to work for the FBI, so she knows some of their secret and stuff. Or at least she said her father works with law enforcement. You know, so I don't want nobody to frame me up and get me killed, because a number of the blacks they kill. You know, so this is the Brooklyn Library, Cadman Plaza, and this is the Brooklyn Federal Court. So they said the apartments here cost like millions of dollars. So, you know, so they don't want me hanging out in this area. Because I'm a podcaster. I relay my experience. And sometimes they'll be having people, street gangs come and try to mock me, attack me. So sometimes I talk very loud when they start harassing me. So I guess I don't want these people to hear, the people in the multi-million-dollar apartments, so because they can easily sue the government and be like, look, we bought multi-million-dollar home and you were terrorizing, torturing that Nigerian, and we couldn't sleep properly. So now we're suing you. We're moving out of a multi-million-dollar home, and you're going to pay us to move to a more expensive home. So it's all about the money, no value for life. My mother said Dora's friend mental illness and killed her. You know, as I was suing the NYPD, you know, Bolani and Flora. It's been so much going on. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. You know, before they torture me to death. You know, they always bring police here and tell me to keep it moving. Don't charge your phone. Like, look, excuse me, I have privacy rights. This is a phone booth, and I have privacy rights. You can't keep invading my privacy. I always use a phone, post videos, you know, and they can't eavesdrop on you. And they've been bringing the ambulance to park near me. And repeatedly just trying to scare me. So the camera will record it. So Brooklyn Federal Court, you ordered in the settlement agreement in City of New York 2013 that this NYPD should refrain from torturing, attempting forced arrest, or their cronies, or the City of New York agents. And this Eric Adams, a black American mayor, and they said he's been setting up Africans, some of them that sell merchandise on Canal Street. He's having the police go beat them up and seize $1 billion worth of the merchandise. And even his former police commissioner, Thomas Dolan, said Eric Adams is using the NYPD for racketeering and for extortion purposes to benefit himself. And even there was a black American that said the former police commissioner Caban sent his twin brother to tell him to pay bribery, otherwise they're going to frame this black American up at the Coney Island nightclub this black American owned, and they're going to accuse the black American of violating the law, playing loud music and stuff. And he said he had to contact the FBI, and I guess the FBI was able to help this black American guy. So the Caban resigned. But I, as a Nigerian, nobody else, I've sent messages to the FBI, Department of Homeland Security. They don't help me, and they believe Africans can be easily killed. So I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not in any kind of religious cult. I don't need anybody to be a god over me. So all kinds of scams, are in effect here in America. So I'm not looking to be anybody's slave either. I'm not looking for a master-slave relationship. I'm not looking for any cult, sexual cult or whatever. Nobody has the right or authority over my body. I'm not looking to be raped. I'm not looking to be a surrogate. I'm not looking for anybody to go and adopt a child for me. I'm not in any master-slave relationship with anybody. Nobody's my God. My God is up in the sky. It's not a human being or whatever. I have a personal relationship with my God. And nobody has the right to try to interfere with my personal relationship. It's my God is in my heart. And that I'm a Christian. So they said all kinds of scammers are rife here in America. So I've been suing the government here, and they've been harassing me with the police. And I think they're just trying to scare me away from this neighborhood because they said they love it. The apartment here upstairs from the library is multi-million-dollar. And I think the city of New York may own this building because the library is downstairs. And now they created apartments, multi-million-dollar. So I guess they're afraid to turn them and sue the city of New York. That look, there's a Nigerian that always gets jumped. You render this person homeless, and it's affecting our quality of life because when they attack this person, we're traumatized. We can hear, So I think they're just trying to save face for the multi-million-dollar apartment. They don't really care about the black life, And the Black American civil rights activists will help me. Benjamin Crump, who was representing, I believe, the Arigano family. Arigano was trying to help me. Promised to help me, and he stopped talking to me. Now when I send him messages, it doesn't help me. So, so I believe there are civil activists for xenophobic reasons. They want me to get justice, and they believe if I'm killed, some black American gangs can just lie about me and claim I'm some sexual cult. I authorize them. No, I'm not any sexual cult. Nobody's my master. I'm not a slave. I walk alone. I'm not a member of any cult. I don't have any child. I'm not looking to have any child with anybody or adopt anybody's child. I'm single or married. And in case I get killed, only civil rights activists like me should get justice for me and my late mother, and give the rest of my asset out to charity for those suffering xenophobia like me. And the civil rights activists that would administer my estate shouldn't have denied me help in the past, preferably. And also, even if I die, the same should apply. Whether I get killed or die, the same thing should apply. Only civil rights activists should administer my estate, and get justice for me and my late mother, and give the rest out to charity for those suffering xenophobia like me. So they're torturing me non-stop. So FIFA is not safe to bring Africans here. My green card has been stolen, my passport has been stolen. Another African that's homeless like me, as soon as I started talking to him, 34th Street area, he said he stole his green card also. So black Americans told me, gang said, they're going to start killing Africans soon. That we Africans to their ancestors, and we have no right to be here. So and some of the black American police tried to arrest me, jump me. So they said this Eric Adams said they should be arresting poor people against the law. So so I'm a Nigerian. I'm being attacked by black Americans, white and stuff. And they left a cigarette pack here. Anytime they leave a cigarette pack, they attack me. Eric Garner was selling cigarette while they was also trying to help me in my car because of the police when I killed him. So they're always leaving cigarette packs around me, and they jumped me after that. So this was before the black American guy was lingering around me. I was mumbling some word. The camera would pick it up. You know. So this is what is going on. Anytime they leave cigarette packs around me. This is the Nigerian color, green, white, green. And one of it has a serial number. You can trace the seller. Whatever. You know what? Let me just keep this. So anytime they leave a cigarette pack around me, you know, the police will start lingering around me, or somebody will try to jump me. In this case, it was a fire ambulance. You know, so they said, making hoax call to law enforcement has gotten so many blacks killed. So Brooklyn Federal Court, please issue a protective order. Please order the monitor you assigned, because this NYPD was killing a lot of blacks like Sean Bell with the aggressive policing. And in 2013 around November in Floyd versus City of New York, you issued an order for them to stop and desist such, you know, racialized profiling. So please subpoena the camera from your court. You have a camera upstairs, you know, that will record this fire department lingering around me. So please, I will need you to, you know, please, Brooklyn Federal Court, I need access to your camera and order the fire department and whoever make that hoax call. They're always making hoax call around me. The last time I came here also some days ago, the police showed us somebody called 911. Said, you know, I have too many bags. I'm like, you know, so you better, you know, can get going soon. I'm like, look, I'm using the phone booth. You can't be timing me, you know. So please, Brooklyn Federal Court, you're a witness. Your camera picks it up. Anytime this police harass me, I'm not allowed freedom. I used to have a green card. It's been stolen. So please, Brooklyn Federal Court, you know, my mother brought me as a child. I issued a ruling in 2024. There was a British kid. His mother wanted him back in England, but he wanted to stay in America with his father. So his mother brought the case to court. And you, Brooklyn Federal Court, said, you know, a child should be allowed to stay wherever they want to stay with whatever parent. So my mother brought me here because my father was abusing me in Nigeria, and the immigration wanted to send me back, even though the America signed a law called the Family Reunification Act that says they will always try to place the parents and the child together. And my father was abusive to me in Nigeria. Even the Nigerian government told me to come here and wait here with my mother. And the immigration still arrested him. So yes, the NYPD changing the color of their car to green, white, green. Green, white, green is Nigeria's color and flag color. And see, it used to be blue and white before. Now they put green, white, green. I said this is the color they use to cover up police officers after they're killed on duty when they're burying them. You know. So, you know, this is very terrorizing to me. It's also the Nigerian flag. And it's also, the green, white, green is also the Nigerian flag. And it's also, so I'm being stared at, but, you know, they also say that the MTA workers should be watching us homeless for signs of mental illness. So I don't know who's making the calls for all these police anytime I'm here. So there's got been a Karen, and they've got too many blacks killed in America. So Brooklyn Federal Court, this is urgent. Please, I really don't have I don't have a home to stay. So I can't really type a court paper. So I will send you this video. Today is September, I believe it's September 28. Yeah, I don't know if that's the data. Yeah, well, September 27, 2025 is around 5 p.m. Okay, so Saturday. So please, I need access to your camera for today, September 27, 5:35 p.m. And also, if you need further evidence of other days they've harassed me, I will look through my records. You know, I can bring all my videos of past harassment. Anytime I come into the phone booth, the police will arrive and your camera there is picking it up. So please, you're my witness. They're doing this in front of the courthouse. Even though you barred this police from doing this, so they need to go to prison, and I require them to go to prison for contempt of court order. You know, in Floyd versus City of New York, 2013. You barred this police from harassing blacks, and now they're doing it in front of your in front of your courthouse. You know, so please, this is a disrespect of your court order. And since you issued that order, Eric Gordon was helping me. You know, I had a case here called 13 CV 5052, Olabopo versus Gomes. It also involved my landlord and the City of New York. The City of New York brought their police to remove me from my basement apartment without a court order. So my last name is spelled O as in occasion, L as in Larry, A as in apple, B as in Brooklyn, O as in occasion, P as in Peter, O as in occasion, versus Gomes. My landlord's name is spelled G as in geography, O as in occasion, M as in Manhattan, E as in Edward, S as in Sam. So Olabopo versus Gomes, 13-CV-5052. So I couldn't continue the case because while the case was going on, my friend and girl I was helping with the court papers was killed. Then my mother got killed. Our own daughters joined in to frame mental illness when I got her killed at Bellevue Hospital. Got her locked up there. You know, so I was experiencing so much tragedy. So the case, I couldn't show up. I couldn't, I wasn't current in filing court papers, so the case was dismissed behind my back. So please, they're holding me under siege, and there's some gang members that trying to commit an inheritance scam. They say if they can get you killed, then they can come and file the case in court, reopen the case in court, and claim, Then they're trying to make me look like, they try to provoke me. Even they locked me up wrongfully in the psych ward. This is another trend they're doing. Engaging in medical violence. Framing people up as crazy. These Eric Adams said they should be locking up homeless in the psych ward. So it may be very well somebody's calling 911, like the fire department said that somebody's been calling 911 that somebody needs help. And just for being homeless. This Eric Adams said they should be locking up homeless anybody see them in the psych ward. And this is against the civil rights laws. You can't frame mental illness on somebody just because somebody's poor. I'm not breaking any law. I'm charging my phone. And a white guy came by me. That guy, he claims he's not a woman. I don't mean to misgender her. But anytime I believe they may be part of law enforcement. Anytime that white person comes near me, the police will show up, or the law enforcement will also show up and try to scare me away. So they're trying to block me from using the phone. So please, Brooklyn Federal Court, your camera is able to pick up that this police is harassing people in front of your court. They say even under this Trump administration, the immigration services, ICE is arresting immigrants that show up in the court. So they've now turned this into a police state, an authoritarian society, whereby both the Trump administration and Eric Adams administration openly defy court orders. Like in 2013, around November, you ordered in the settlement agreement that this police should desist from harassing people of color and trying to make unlawful arrests, and they're continuing, and they're trying to provoke me. So please, you are my witness. They are doing this in front of a camera. They've gotten so comfortable with disrespect to your court order. So please order them to place me in a shelter. Because there's a court order since the 1990s. The Legal Aid Society sued that anytime they vacate somebody from an apartment without a court order, they leave the person on the street, the person is getting robbed and losing all their possession. It's happened to me also. And since then, the Brooklyn Supreme Court here, issued an order that anytime they vacate somebody from a basement apartment, the city of New York has a special relationship with that person under that court order, and they're supposed to provide me police services. I've been getting robbed, they don't help me. I've been getting jumped. A guy tried to stab me with a knife on the train, the police wouldn't help me. I recorded the guy. Another guy tried to push me to the train track like 2 nights ago. So another police officer told me I should be riding in the back, not in the front. And wouldn't let me exit, So they've just been attacking me non-stop, and I need all of these people arrested. I recorded their videos of all my attackers, assailants, both police officers and civilians. And please, I can bring the evidence to court for inspection under the Floyd versus City of New York. So please, I need this matter to be entered as a motion for this police officer, erring police officers, and Eric Adams to be put in prison for contempt of the Floyd versus City of New York settlement order. The de Blasio administration entered into that agreement that they're not going to contest the settlement agreement, and a promise is a promise, and it's been enforced. It's been registered by the court in Floyd versus City of New York. So they're now openly disobeying that court order. and puffing in your face, and your camera's picking it up. So they're very belligerent, and they believe I was a Nigerian transsexual, and that I wouldn't have the fluency of English. I'm a college dropout, and no lawyer in America would help me. There's a lot of xenophobia movement among your lawyers, and even my friend Eric Garner, he told me to keep coming to court. I was telling the lawyers in America wouldn't help me, and he said he will come with me to court. Before I could come to me to court, the police went and choke him around my birthday in July 2014. So I have a lot of evidence, incriminating evidence against this police. So please, Brooklyn Federal Court, your camera is recording. They're surrounding me with police cars anytime I come here. They're gentrifying the neighborhoods, and they're under the Fair Housing Act. Is wrongful, and so many other laws, civil rights laws. Section 983 is unlawful for the police and government agent to try to scare somebody away from from any neighborhood. They used to hire black American kids to punch me, and I used to call the police and they wouldn't help me. And I heard some of the gangs that was bothering me went and beat up Michael Hernandez further down the street, a couple of blocks from here, and stabbed him dead. So there's so many killings around your courthouse. Early this year, they killed Michael Hernandez around this neighborhood, close to your courthouse. The gang that always bothers me, and I'll call the police won't help me. And another person who is a Spanish male was sitting down in a chair, and that gang went and beat him up and stabbed him dead. And his mother says she wants answers. She doesn't know why. It's unsafe to be in Brooklyn. It's originally from the Bronx. So they're targeting outsiders, and I'm being met with all kind of violence. They use street gangs, they use police officers. So please, this is like a genocide in the making. So please, your court camera is able to pick it up. Let me zoom in on your court cameras. So please, I need the judges, please, for the Floyd versus City of New York case, to look into the camera. Today, September 27, 2025. It's around 5 p.m. So please, I'm going to send this video to the court administrator, the chief judge, and please, I need access to your camera. This is evidence, and I need it, of your police. Police and the fire department are harassing me, and try to set me up for wrongful arrest and wrongful psychiatric incarceration. And they say this Eric Adam built mental homes, and they're kidnapping people, homeless. I spoke to another Nigerian, they kidnapped him already and locked them up. And they're kidnapping. My mother also was kidnapped a long time ago, 2015. Her own daughters did that. So they've been abused since we issued a court order against unlawful arrest. The city of New York agents and their employees are continuing with unlawful arrest, using their police power. Bellevue Hospital has a police power. They have police present. And they locked my mother up. She couldn't leave the hospital. She wanted to treat her heart disease. And she told them she wanted to further her treatment in Nigeria, because she doesn't really have, responsible people that could take care of her. I was homeless. She was homeless. Her daughters live in Pennsylvania, and she said one of them was on drugs, and the other one also was acting in a very criminal way. So they surrounded me with the ambulances and stuff. Oh, this is not an ambulance. The FDNY was surrounding me in the ambulance area, and for a couple of days ago when I came in, the police was surrounding me. So this was going on. So this is, across the street from the Brooklyn Federal Court. Thank you.